The Journey to True Happiness. King Rajan ruled a mighty kingdom. His wealth was endless, his army unbeatable, yet he was unhappy. Despite all his riches and power, a deep emptiness lingered inside him. He had everything anyone could dream of: gold, jewels, palaces, but the king could never shake the feeling that something was missing. "I need happiness," the king said. "I've searched for it in wine, wealth, and power, but I still feel empty. Tell me, what can bring me true happiness?" None of his advisors knew. Desperate for a solution, the king turned to his most trusted general. "Your Majesty, there is a humble monk who lives in the mountains. He is known for his wisdom. Perhaps he holds the answer to your question." Without hesitation, the king set out on a journey to the mountain. His heart was full of hope, his mind filled with questions. After a long climb, the king found the monk in a peaceful, serene garden, surrounded by the simplicity of nature. "Great monk, I have traveled far to seek your wisdom. I am the ruler of a powerful kingdom, yet I am not happy. What can bring me true happiness?" The monk opened his eyes and smiled, calm and collected. "Your Majesty, happiness is not something to be found outside of yourself. It's not in wealth, power, or status. It is within you, waiting to be discovered. Look at the mountains, the river, and the trees. They have no riches, no kingdoms, yet they live with peace and purpose, because they know who they are and what they are meant to do." The king looked confused, clearly expecting a different answer. "But how do I find this peace? I am the king of all these lands, yet I feel no peace." The monk stood up slowly and walked towards the king. "Let me show you." The monk handed the king a small, empty cup and pointed to the river flowing gently below them. "Take this cup to the river and fill it with water. Do not let it spill or let the cup be empty." The king followed the monk's command, but as he tried to fill the cup, the water overflows and spills. The king filled the cup, but it overflowed no matter how carefully he tried. Again and again, the cup would not hold the water. The monk laughed gently, watching the king struggle. "The cup is like your mind, your Majesty. It is so filled with distractions, power, wealth, desires, that it cannot hold peace." The king finally understood. He had filled his mind with so many desires, so many distractions, that there was no room left for happiness. The monk led the king back to the monastery and sat him down. True happiness comes from clearing the mind of clutter and focusing on what truly matters: peace, love, and kindness. When you let go of your desire for more, you will find happiness within yourself. The king closed his eyes, taking a deep breath, feeling a new sense of calm. The king spent several days with the monk, learning to meditate, to reflect, and to let go of his constant desire for more. Slowly, his heart began to change. When King Rajan returned to his kingdom, he was no longer the same man. He ruled with wisdom, compassion, and a heart full of peace. The king realized that true happiness wasn't found in riches or power, but in the quiet, peaceful moments of life, when the mind is clear and the heart is full.